One, two, three. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy MKB. I'm here with some random shit that we kind of just threw together last minute. You know what I'm saying? I got a guy here that I respect a lot. You know what I'm saying? A guy that's one of my homies, one of my brothers from early with doing this music shit. It's not a lot of people that I respect, a lot of people I bring into my mom's garage. You know what I'm saying? But this is one of those guys. He's a singer, songwriter, graphic designer, jack of all trades. Myself. Everybody clap it up for him. Everybody clap it up for him, man. It's one of my brothers right here. And on the couch, we got right here my brother Young Savage. We got Solomon cousin here, Omar. Wonderful artist as well, man. We just gonna be talking today and digging into a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? From our early come up, I want to give y'all, the listeners, a little bit of a deeper insight as far as to how I make music and how we got here alongside somebody that, like I said, has been here for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So we can start off like this, man. How you been, bro?
Hey, man. Like I said earlier, folks been like just working, bro. Just keeping head down and working, like you said, bro. It's crazy. Like, first I want to give my flowers to you. Like, seeing you, like, it's crazy. Like, we kind of like fade off sometimes, but every time we come back together, it's like it can be years later. It's like there's still a connection there.
For sure.
But like seeing your life and like seeing what you've been through and like what you came out of and where you are, like, bro, it's very inspirational, bro, like, for real.
For
so I
sure.
want to appreciate you for bringing me here and letting my cousin be here. And, like, you know, I just want to, again, like, my mission 6 years ago when we started and, like, when niggas started, like, it's still the same. It's just building and just taking it to another level. But, yeah, I've been doing good, bro.
For sure. That's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear that. Me as well, man. I've been goddamn just working, taking care of the family, trying to get this shit up off the ground, man. And you know what I'm saying? Just taking it day by day, man. For real, for real. But I want you to start off with letting everybody know, like, how long have you been doing this shit? You said for the past 6 years. Elaborate on that. Let everybody know how long exactly, like when you first started doing it. You feel me?
So basically, I started making music around my senior year of high school, so like 2019. Like, but I've been kind of making it longer since. Like, you remember like the older days, like niggas trying to be on like that J. Cole type jump and try to be lyrical, spiritual individuals. Like, niggas trying to be on that.
Hell yeah.
I remember like sending you songs, and I remember like the Audacity days of, like, you know, just like trying to just make the music and just get it out. And I remember sending you some songs, and I'll listen back to them now, and I'll be like, bro, you was really trying to, like, you know, really just like be like J. Cole or like try to be other artists when you can just be yourself. But yeah, like, singer, songwriter, rapper. I've been doing music. I started playing the violin when I was young. That kind of got me into making music. And then, like, I was never really into rap music until like Chance the Rapper, and I listened to Forest Hills Drive by J. Cole. That really just opened my mind up to rap. Like, yo, like, I used to hate it. I used to hate that shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. And I ain't gonna lie, because I grew up on the South Side, man. Like, you know that, like, you hearing straight cars, like, you hearing straight bass, you hearing straight.
Yeah, this
like,
nigga,
like,
we live in the heart of the South Side too. For anybody who don't know, I know you know. You may not know. This nigga live. Y'all actually live right by each other. He lived in Washington Terrace, where the old Washington Terrace was.
And yeah, that whole area, and it's crazy. Like, the gentrification over there is crazy. But like, hearing that, and as much as a kid, like, hearing the music and like hearing what's going on outside, and like hearing, like, it might not be the best situation, whether I knew it or not, that helped, you know, like, mold me into the artist that I am today. And like I said, like, and this is just a message to anybody out there. Like, I felt like for a long time, like in high school and like stuff like that, like when I was making music, it kind of just didn't feel right because I kept trying to be somebody that I wasn't.
Yeah.
And now, like, I'm 23 years old. It's like, it's a little different now. Like, I feel like the numbers show it as well. Like, back then, like a few years ago, like, I was always grateful for the numbers, but the numbers weren't always rolling in as much as they do it now. And I feel like I'm more established as an artist right now comparatively to who I was like 2-3 years ago. But yeah, like, that's really where I started. Like, main inspiration, like you continuously making music, like, that give me so much inspiration to just go in the studio and create. Even though it's not the best, like, starting off, it's like you just keep pushing, you keep creating, and like seeing you get better, maybe you want to get better. Like
For
mixing,
sure.
like making sure you got the high end right. I used to not care. Like you
Yeah,
remember, like
I remember that shit.
bro, like for
Yeah,
real. But I
bro.
want to ask you the same, like I really want to bring up for the family. Like I really want to bring up that, and I really like, what is your end game with this music stuff? Like, what do you see yourself in like 20 years, 30 years, like with the brand, with the for the family, with MKB, with the music? Like you already, I feel like for you, like, and I said this to you before, like you have the catalog and you have the music and you have all that. But like you said, I heard you say this before, it's not just taking it to that next level. So where do you
Yeah.
see yourself?
My end game, honestly, I ask myself that a lot. I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I take it day by day, year by year. I just focus on every year getting better, and trying to put everybody in a position to win. You feel me? And that's the thing with like for the family. For those that don't know, it's my pretty much self-acclaimed record label / collective of really everybody in my family. Like you feel me? It's not no homies and shit like that. It's niggas that I actually, you feel me, like actually are related to me. You feel me? So that's like that's really, I want to have the influence, you know what I'm saying, over everybody, and giving everybody a purpose, and giving everybody who may not know what their purpose is, if it's music, if it's producing, if it's making clothes, if it's detailing cars. Like he details cars, Mari, he details
Come get
cars.
shit flip.
Yeah, bro, like
Come
come get your shit flip.
I like that.
You know
I
what I'm
ain't gonna lie. I
saying?
like that.
Come
For
get your
real.
whip flip, bro. You feel me?
For real.
So it's just like me doing my shit with the music. I feel like it branches off into so many different variants with everybody else. You feel me? Everybody else, they see me doing this shit, actually putting my money where my mouth is, and actually stepping forward and taking the steps. Because a lot of niggas talk about it, they never do it. Same with you. Like you have to keep going with this shit and keep doing what you want to do. So I feel like that's my ultimate end game, just to make sure I influence everybody to do what you want to do in life. You feel me? And don't settle for that shit.
For
For real, bro.
Okay.
Definitely, man. That's where I'm trying to go with it. But I want to know also, like, what's your take on like the state of hip hop right now, or like music as a whole? Actually, like,
I wanted to get into this for real.
yeah,
I think now more than ever, it is important to own your own stuff. These streaming, I'm not sure if you've seen in the news, Spotify just signed a deal with Universal Music Group. So now they working together like hand in hand. So now like the independent artists, like they're focusing more on like the Drakes of the world already. First of all, it's already catered towards them already.
yeah,
So now it's like it's going to be more towards like if you like a smaller artist and you're not bringing a much streams to them, like which can be a lot for an independent artist, but like for like major labels like DistroKid. DistroKid is literally signed to UMG. It's like a conglomerate of under UMG. Like
for sure.
so they're working with them. So it's like if you don't think you're signed, you're signed.
Yeah.
Like you're not as independent as what you think you are.
Exactly.
So, like for me, like I'm so focused on like I got this club Myxself thing, like just pushing direct to consumer music. Like I'm really thinking about doing CDs again. I'm gonna be real, like
that's smart though.
For
I
real.
see niggas talking about that too.
And not even like the novelty of it, because we all know like niggas walk down the street, yo, get my mixtape here, listen to my mixtape. It don't even gotta be like that. But having something where people feel connected. People don't feel connected to the music anymore because now like people don't own it. You don't own it. Like if you bought an album back in the day, like our moms and dads and like grandparents, like even for us, like at some point, like you buy your music, buy it's yours. Yeah. Now it's like you go on your phone, you don't pay your Spotify premium, they taking all that. Like you feel me? Like you don't own nothing. So for me, like I definitely see it, and I kind of want to talk about this later, but with the whole Drake and Kendrick situation, I feel like I think later down the line, that's going to have some implications to it that we don't see right now. Yeah. Like I love Drake and I love Kendrick. I love both of them. Like we was talking about this on the way here. Like I love both of them, but for Drake, like suing Kendrick, it's kind of like you're suing a guy that's making money through the system that you've made money through as well. Yeah. Like, you've been like, I remember when Drake dropped Views, I like Scorpion. Dude was literally the face of Spotify for like the whole day. Yeah, for sure. It's like, bro, what do you mean he's playing by a different? But niggas be saying that, not to cut you off, though, too. But Drake, like
you feel me? Y'all can chime in too if y'all want, but you know what I'm saying? Drake, I don't know if y'all know the artist Russ. Y'all would be listening to Russ interviews.
Yeah.
This nigga Russ was saying, like, and I think he was alluding to Drake amongst many other superstars, but he was saying, you know, for one, they get a different royalty payout than we do if we use these distributors, DistroKid, CD Baby, or TuneCore, CD Baby, shit like that. They have a different payout rate, so they're getting more money per stream than we are because of their celebrity. So it's just like, for you to be getting more money, and then on top of that, you have a machine and or, you know, in other words, a conglomerate such as UMG or Atlantic, whoever the fuck you sign the distribution through, they're synthetically boosting your numbers up because it's not unbelievable. You feel me? Like God's plan, that shit may really, because I seen a crazy stat that it says Apple Music said they don't have any songs on their platform that's reached over 1 billion streams, but on Spotify, you go to Spotify, there's like 50, 100 plus songs with 1 billion streams on there. So I'm like, how are these two major streaming platforms? How does like one favor the other, and one is native to the iPhone? Literally. So I would have thought that one would have been more popular.
Sorry.
So it just don't be making sense. So I get what you're saying about Drake trying to sue. I don't necessarily agree with that.
Okay.
Me and my dad sat on the phone for an hour. He was witness debating that shit on the way here too.
It is a good debate.
I'm telling you, bro. That nigga called me out of nowhere like, bro, I'm going through Drake catalog right now. This shit ass like this shit like he I'm telling you, bro. Like he was like, did he not say that, bro?
Drake catalog.
That nigga was like, nah, bro. Like, so I'm just like, you know, it just come with the territory, man. It just come with the territory. Who do you think won the battle, though? Who y'all think won the battle?
Y'all can go ahead.
I feel like both of them are great artists in general. I just feel like more of so they trying to categorize it towards like Kendrick Lamar. I don't know, in certain aspects of his music, he won Artist of the Year for what was it? Was it Billboard? What was it?
He made shit. I wouldn't be surprised if he
for
did.
the Not Like Us song.
You talking about Grammys that he won?
He won a whole Grammy for the thing.
Yeah.
And pretty much I'm saying here, and I'm like, and ever since like thinking about that whole situation, everybody since the moment he came out with the other songs and Not Like Us, everybody was like, as soon as Drake came on the radio, turn them off straight up. I'm listening to Kendrick Lamar, so I feel like it shifted a lot of people to want to listen to Kendrick Lamar more, and they're not really thinking about Drake. And I thought about some of his lyrics and some of the stuff he said too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you think back and you look at some of Drake old songs and everything, I'm like, it did kind of sound, you know, like he was a pedophile or he was like on some
what?
Crazy
He took a left turn. What you mean by that? Right? You said his early lyrics sound he was a pedophile?
His early lyrics and some of the lyrics still to this day, it seemed like he was focusing more kind of like on the younger women or the younger generation. As far as
I see that.
So I was like, that's very crazy to me how, you know what I'm saying? He do make good music. I can't, you know, hate on the man. Like, all respect for him making his music or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, that's not cool when people, you know what I'm saying? It's a shame to take everybody to really notice that once Kendrick dropped that. You know, for everybody to notice that, we should have been picked up and been on top of that. But that's his life, and you know, everybody has their own way about going about things. And like I said, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, they're two different artists, man. You just can't. It's just like, not saying that, because there's been a big debate even about Cole and Kendrick. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like you can't necessarily put them in the same box, right? They good in their own, you know, trade. Like they own.
I get what you're saying, because I was saying the same thing too. You know, so I was definitely saying the same thing. What you think, Omar?
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Drake. I mean, probably one of the most influential artists we've seen. But when it comes to a rap beef, I think public perception holds a lot of weight, and like people can make the argument that Drake had one of the better songs from the diss wars or stuff like that. But like ultimately, public perception shifted towards Kendrick. Like, you make a song calling somebody out for pedophile ways and stuff like that, and then you got them bumping that 24/7. Like, there was a period of time where niggas was only listening to Not Like Us. Like, you driving on the highway, if you roll the window down,
you hearing the beat.
10 cars back is playing Kendrick and Not Like Us. And I just think personally, like, when it came to who was better equipped for the battle, I'd say Kendrick, because we talk about this all the time. Like Drake seemed like he was ready to be more like jokey and like troll, like trying to troll Kendrick.
Yeah.
But like Kendrick seemed like he was like out here like not playing around, like
Yeah.
locked in and ready to get to it. And
Yeah.
I know people feel however they want to feel about J. Cole bowing out and stuff like that. But me personally, I mean, I respect it because you see what Kendrick did to Drake. Like Drake is Drake, so like his numbers is gonna be his numbers. He's gonna sell what he's gonna sell regardless, like because he's just that guy in terms of like making music,
for sure,
talented and stuff. But like he definitely his reputation and stuff like that definitely took a hit. So I got Kendrick in the back.
Yeah, for sure. What you think, bro?
I'm gonna be real. We was talking about this on the way. Like I said, I love Kendrick and I love Drake, and it's like I listen to their music in different points in my life. Like there's been points in my life where I've listened to more Kendrick, like Untitled, Unmastered, like that whole series. Like I'm not sure y'all know about
Hell yeah,
that.
I remember that Untitled.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like, and then there's times where like when Scorpion came out, and you talk about lyrics, we talk about what Drake said. We all remember when he put, what song is it? He said Triple X, Mob Ties. He was like, I'm sick of these niggas, hire some help, get rid of these niggas. And he said Louis bags in exchange for body bags, like Triple X, shoot brother. He basically like the whole situation with him and X. Like people think Drake helped set up like X dying. Like he helped like facilitate that whole
was that song though? That wasn't that song, was it?
I think it's not Mob Ties.
The triple.
One of them songs.
It's one of them songs.
I know what you're talking about where he was saying
like Triple X. And I mean, like, he's clever. Like, you can be like Triple X, shoot her the neck. You know what you're talking about. You can say that. But, like, and then the Louis bags. I remember when we listened to that in 2018, we were like, bro, like, are y'all not hearing this? But it's Drake, though.
I was just listening to the text because he was like,
in the song hard.
He would have been alive if he kept his mouth closed or some shit like that.
Maybe I do a 50. Maybe I can do this, do a 10. Maybe I can do a 5. And then it live again. It's like live again.
Yeah. He did, especially it seemed like he did set it up, but I don't know.
Like
strong debate.
But I would agree. Kendrick came in there, and I remember saying this with my homies in college when I was staying on campus. I said, if Kendrick beat Drake at his own game by making a hit, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
If he combined narrative with good song making, put it together, and he made a hit. And it's like, and I'm gonna be real, I see it too. Like with Drake, there's a lot of like sliding over to this left, like with Kendrick.
Yeah.
That it's like over the top. Like people be glazing him sometimes. So I'm like, all right, I can see how people see that and are like, nah, like, but I give respect to Kendrick for real. You got to, literally. Bro. And with Cole, I respect that. I ain't gonna lie. When he dropped out, I'm not gonna lie, I was mad. As a Cole, because the big three, I'm all equally friends of. Like, not friends. I'm all equally fans of. Like, I'm equally fans of all three of them. But like, I felt some type of way, but I realized why you did it. Like,
man, he should have kept going, bro. I don't think he should have kept going. I feel like for one, he should never got involved. But two, I do think he should have got involved. I just think he should have kept it. He just like he went for the gusto. He made a full song about him. Kendrick did indirectly diss him though. He dismissed him as being a part of this big three shit.
Yeah, like walk around that stick. You ain't Andre 3K.
Cole was gonna drop the whole Mike and Me Later project, like just throw a couple shots.
Yeah, a couple shots, exactly.
Like go directly for you.
Exactly. He didn't go directly at him. Cole was saying why when he dropped that song. I was on it like literally as soon as I got the notification and shit. That shit said J. Cole. I broke my damn phone thinking about this. Like, nigga, I knew he about to respond.
For real.
Nigga dropped the whole song and he was just saying shit that was like, I could tell he was just doing it just because he know that's what we wanted him to do. You feel me? Because like, you can't say that, bro. Talking about you can't attack.
He said your second one was tragic. Your third one was something. I said you can't do that.
He said saying shit, bro. Especially given the music that Cole make himself, you can't say because a lot of people call him boring. So it's like you can't fuck around and say that Kendrick's second project was boring or whatever he said.
And I'm gonna be real, and I'll give this to Kendrick too. He does like I'm trying to think. Kendrick got hits that get played on the radio, but J. Cole got workout. Like that's one of his songs where it's like let Nas down for real. Like when Nas was talking to him, he was like workout, bro. Like that's not. Like, that's a hit song. You made that for a hit. Like, Drake has that, too. Like, those eras in music where you're just, like, a hit maker for real. So, I don't know.
Sorry for the minor inconvenience, everybody. We had a few technical difficulties, but we are back. This time, new in frame. We got y'all set up on the sides here, so we'll be all right. Yeah. All right, so where are we at? What were we talking about? We was talking about Drake and Kendrick, of course.
I think, wow, what was I saying? I think I was saying, yeah, respect to Kendrick. Like, Brad game plan, and he put the right things together to make what he did. But at that same time, we were talking about this on our way too. Like you said, like Drake, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to go back and like look at some of the stuff he's done. Like he's done some questionable stuff. Like,
what you mean?
What was it like back in the day? Like he had like an underage girl on stage or something.
Oh yeah.
And I saw the clip, and I'm not gonna. And I'm gonna be real with. And this is like put it like, and I know a lot of y'all, like a lot of Drake fans, you don't want to see it. So I kind of ignored it. I've heard about it, but I kind of ignored it. I was like, all right. I've seen screenshots of like back in the day him on stage with a girl. I'm like, all right, I don't even want to go deep into this rabbit hole because if I do, I'm not gonna look at him the same.
Yeah.
But like he was basically on stage, and he was like, the girl was like, oh yeah, I'm 17. He was like, oh well, you thick to be like 17. And he said a whole bunch of weird stuff. And
Drake said that shit?
Yeah. And he said,
he was like, am I wrong having a good time and stuff?
He said so, and it's like and at that point, Drake is like,
and then
22, 23.
lyrics on certain songs he said too, which is like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not focusing the main point on him being like a pedophile or certain stuff that people pointed out over time. It just paying attention to everything and seeing how everything played out up to this point with Kendrick and them going through this, this battle or whatever. And obviously it seemed that Kendrick did win. Not knocking Dre, he's a great artist too. Like I said, he makes great music, and he's just in his own different lane about things. I feel like that people don't understand. That's why they can't put it in the same category necessarily as who's better specifically. But obviously, as far as lyric wise, rapper, being a rapper, and I don't feel like he speaks. Kendrick Lamar would speak more of like he speaks for everybody, but he also can relate also to the black culture, you know what I'm saying? Like black women, black men, you know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing against anybody, I love everybody, equal.
But people make the argument, but me personally, I feel like Drake, before this shit, nobody was saying, oh, Drake. Everybody was cool with Gangsta Drake.
Yeah.
Everybody was cool with Gangsta Drake, fucking Jamaican trap Drake.
That's not
like
when Drake drops some shit for the streets.
Exactly, like niggas won't bumping that shit. Like that nigga been talking crazy. But now Kendrick, and that's why I agree with you, well, both of y'all actually, when y'all say that Kendrick shifted the narrative, you feel me? Because now his reputation definitely took a hit. People are looking at him like, oh, he's not a part of black culture anymore, and he's this, that. Yeah. But it's like, where were y'all saying when this nigga went to Atlanta and was fucking with Future? He basically propelled Lil Baby into stardom. You feel me? Like he did, like he was doing all this shit, like Thug. He was working on all these trap artists, and he went from Best I Ever Had to Jumpman and Digital Dash and shit. You feel me? So it's like, I don't necessarily agree with that when people say like, oh, he relates more to the black people, because the reason we always never had a problem with Drake saying nigga is because he's half black, dad from Memphis and shit. So it's just like, I still bump Drake. He my number one listen to artist every year. You feel me?
I ain't gonna lie, like
Rod Wave hard. Niggas be hating though.
No, that's a Rod.
Niggas be hating on Rod Wave though. For sure.
For real. But yeah, I would agree. And like also, we can trade subjects, but it's like
we dragging this shit out.
This our last thing. Like we were talking about this. This was my last point I was gonna say. Mm-hmm. Like Kendrick, after he won, he kind of made it about, oh, this was for the West Coast. And it's like, the song's not talking about the West Coast. You're going at it, dude. Like, we was like, how are you, like, how is this? Like, I get he's from the West Coast, and this is going to be a West Coast win. Like, him winning. Yeah. But it's like, the pop-out. The thing he did with Amazon, he kind of tried to make it about community. And you look at the Not Like Us video, there's only a few scenes addressing Drake. The rest of it is, like, him in the hood. Him in like Compton, him at like the little chicken place he go to. Like he tried to like change he tried to change like, okay, yeah, I know this is negative and I'm low key like tarnishing this man's career, but I'm gonna make it about like
The
people. But it's
Yeah.
like that's not where it's kind of disingenuous.
Sorry to the viewers for the unpleasant viewing experience, man. Good conversation.
For real.
Even better that we got to capture it. Okay. So the last thing we were kind of expounding on was favorite one rap album, one R&B album. Dev, you said KOD for rap. You couldn't give R&B.
R&B, yeah, I listen to multiple, you know what I'm saying? It depends.
You gave the Tory album. What was it? Alone at
Call Me If You Get Lost. Alone at Prom.
Alone at Prom for R&B and Call Me If You Get Lost for rap. And you didn't get yours yet.
No, he did.
You did.
Chance to Rap.
Acid rap. Okay.
Acid Rap. Yeah. And then my R&B, I would say Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Thriller, word.
Because I mean, like,
Yeah, I agree with that.
like as an album, like that has so many hits. Like Billie Jean is an R&B song, but it's
Yeah.
also a rock song. It's
Yeah.
also like a pop song. It's
Yeah.
like combined all in each other. Like that whole album, like I don't know, like I wouldn't say nobody's topped that, but like it's still a very high selling album and came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's only 13, 14 tracks, Thriller. And you think about how many artists put out, like, you know, and so it's not wrong with it either. Like fans like music, so you keep feeding them, but like people putting out like Chris Brown or like some artists, they put out like a 18, 20, 22, 24.
And then Chris Brown put 40 songs on
the album once.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, we don't need
nigga,
40 songs. Like some of these are throwaways. Like not all of you can't come
Yeah.
to me and tell me that you putting out a 40 album song and like all of these are gonna be hitters.
Yeah.
Like, there's some up here you just filling in.
Definitely. That's kind of what I had to do too, scale back
Yeah.
from putting 20, 22 songs. Because you just wasting. I mean, and at their level, they're probably some real diehard fans that'll sit and listen to that shit. But for us at like the underground local level, trying to get up to that point, 20 songs is cool. At the end of the day, do what you want to do. If I fuck with it, I listen to it. But for the average consumer, and I got this advice from a DJ at K97.5, he told me, like, you feel me, like, because he does like clubs and shit.
Sure.
So he like, man, these people, like, they don't give a fuck about 20 songs, bro. You feel me? They don't. You feel me? At the end of the day, make what you want to make. That's my opinion. I'm always an advocate of do whatever you want to do. If you want to put 20 up there, fine, because it's somebody that's probably gonna like it. But like at the same time, for like success or like steady progression, at least my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 20 songs might be just a little too much. Unless you're doing a video for every song and promoting every song as a single to kind of maximize your growth. Yeah, definitely. But
yeah, I was gonna say this is gonna be my last kind of question. How do you feel about, we have a conversation about in the age of social media, like artists kind of now have to be content creators. Like we kind of have to like make reels and stuff. And I'm not the type of like the freestyles and stuff that I put out in before. Like I would have not done that like 4 or 5 years ago, or that might not be something that I really want to do. But like they get that, like people like them, like they get thousands of views. So it's like, you know, you're gonna want to keep feeding that algorithm. But the question I had for all of y'all is like, where do you draw that line between your artistry and like just trying to sell and like just trying to like understand that this is a business, and like where do y'all draw that line like between business and like artistry? Like how do y'all try to draw that?
I don't like, not that I don't, but not that I don't, because that sounds fucking crazy. I do draw the line, but you do have to understand, at the end of the day, it's the music business. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in it, if you want to just be that nigga that's, you know, in your mama crib all day and all night, just making music for you to love, or in your own crib doing that or whatever, do that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what you want to get out of it. If you want to get the maximum, you know, return out of the business, then you have to play the business. You have to know the business to do that. You can't just be one of them niggas that's naive, like, oh, I'm gonna just keep making music and I'm gonna just keep listening to this shit. Or like, nah, like, if you want to get you got to do what it takes. You have to, and at the end of the day, it's no one size fits all rule for the business. But you have to play the game in order to change the game, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when it comes to, it's a hard line, and I'm sure everybody's battled with it because you want to stay true to yourself as an artist and make the music that you love. But at the end of the day, I heard an artist like Boss Man D-Lo say it best, nigga. You can't make the shit. It's kind of fucking ignorant advice, but it's kind of true when it comes to the music business. You can't make music for that just you want to hear. You got to think when you're making a song, reach. You know what I'm saying? To a degree, though, because it's like you don't just want to sell out and just be saying anything, but you get what I'm saying? So, yeah. What y'all think?
I just real quick to that point of like not making the stuff that just you want to listen to, like, because I wasn't when I was first putting out stuff, I wasn't even heavy on like rap, but like, you know when you first start making music, you got your friend group and stuff around you, like they chirping in your ear, and like they were saying like, well, you need to rap, because I would sometimes with it, you need to do this because this is hard and yada yada yada, and this is what I like to hear and yada yada yada. Nigga like me, I was going through a heartbreak, nigga. I just wanted to sing a little bit. So
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm like, man, shut up and take this R&B, nigga, and listen to it.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, people either they gonna listen to it and respond to it, and they don't. But like over time, like I'm like, well, niggas say they like it. I can do it at a high level. I feel like so. I mean, I don't got no problem doing it. You gotta cater to your audience and do what you think is gonna sell. Because like you said, it's a business.
Exactly.
You gotta do the business.
Facts.
And just to add to that, also I like to say like, just in general, in order to do things you never did, you have to do things you never done. So if that takes, you know what I'm saying, you even though you may be used to you making music by yourself, all right, I'm cool listening to my own music, and you feel like you don't need nobody, or whether you looking for, you know, an audience or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, you gotta, you know, still structure yourself around like, all right, at some point, do I want to get bigger than where I'm at right now? And if you do, you got to take certain steps that you wouldn't have did before, which instead of just recording, just, you know, trying to perfect your craft, you would also try to, you know, see about maybe setting up, doing TikTok, doing reels, doing, you know, trying to do things that you normally not comfortable with. So, you know, I just feel like over time, you just got to be comfortable being uncomfortable, I would like to say.
For sure, definitely.
And at that point, ain't nothing really gonna stop you. No matter, I don't think nobody could be able to stop you at that point. Honestly, once you know, like believing in yourself, bro, and just being able to try something different that you never thought you would have been at. Even if you thought off gate doing it, oh, this is trash, man. Nah, you might have thought that, but bro, beside me might have been like, bro, you need to put that out, bro. This your time.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
real, I think like it's just it's your time. So you never know, man. It's up to your own,
I feel like with the content creation stuff, like me personally, like the music always gonna come first. Like I'm gonna make my music, I'm gonna let that be what it is, and I'm gonna put energy towards that. And then from there, once a song is done or a project is done, then that's when I decide to focus on like promotion and like getting content out there because we are lucky enough to be in the age where we can just post a TikTok and then maybe it hits the algorithm the right way and then maybe you got a hit on your hands, stuff like that. But like me personally, if it was just how it used to be, like just drop a song, drop an album, get some buzz around town, and then blow up that way, something like that, I'd be perfectly fine with that. Because personally, having to set up that camera, get the lighting right, and recording a TikTok, sometimes I just be like, yo, this is not me. Like, it makes me
feel you
like
on
I'm being
that.
so disingenuous to myself, but like you said, it's business. Like, do you want to stay underground, a low level, or do you want to get up to a certain? If you're dreaming of getting to a certain place, you got to do what you. I heard a quote one time. You got to do what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it, so that you can do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Facts.
And that's about
Gospel. Gospel to live by, man. For real, bro. That's facts. That's facts, bro. I think everybody here can learn something from that. Even outside of music, just whatever you want to do in life, you gotta be willing to progress. Just depending on what you want to get out of your situation. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with that. I definitely do. And I do want to touch on like one or two more things here really quickly. So what about the conversation about separating the artist from the music? It kind of backtracks to what we kind of talked about with Drake and Kendrick. Do you believe people should do that? Do y'all believe people should separate the artist from the music? This is a fucked up individual because a lot of these niggas fucked up. We don't know these niggas, so it's like a lot of these niggas fucked up, but they make so much good music. It's like it's like, what if that track that R. Kelly, for example, made got you through the hardest time of your life? You feel me? Do you think niggas should do that?
Shit. That's, and I'm gonna be real, like that's such a hard discussion because for me, like and for me it depends. Like with Tory, like you knew how much, like when that situation went down, I was like, yo, like bro, and we was talking. I was like, bro, but like I was a big Tory Lanez fan. And I'm like, I'm not the type, like if he come on like on my shuffle or something, I like something like, bro, I'm not gonna like turn it off, but like I'm not actively looking for it. Like,
you're not actively looking for that shit.
No,
that's crazy because this nigga was the first nigga, right? Like, this is the first nigga. Like, I never listened to Tory, but I knew this nigga was a Tory fan.
I'm the first Tory fan.
Literally, bro. The first nigga I knew that was actively bumping Tory.
I was like, bro, listen to like, because he can rap and he can sing, and it's like he can do it both at a high level. And like you said, that '80s album, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I first heard it, I was like, this better than some of the Weeknd. Or what he would, because you know the Weeknd, he in that 80s bag. Like he tries to get in that synth bag. And I'm like, Tory low-key did a better job, but I'm not sure if y'all seen it get reviewed. It got shit on because of the whole situation. And you know how critics are, like, if it's not a certain level of work, like, you know what I mean? Like if it ain't I think y'all know what I'm saying. Like if it ain't like a certain level or like it can be looked at a certain way,
held in a high regard,
it's not gonna get good reviews. Like I saw like some people, they rate Forest Hills Drive like a 6.5 out of 10.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, bro, that's for real. Go ahead.
No, I was saying it's just straight fine. I wasn't trying to
interrupt. But I don't know. Like I think it depends. Like, and also the media plays a big factor in that too. Like Elton John, I'm not sure 100% true this is, but like I've heard about some stuff about him. Y'all know who Elton John is?
I know who Elton John is. I don't know a song.
So I think he's like old school, like but he's like popping. But like he went through some stuff, like some Chris Brown stuff. He went through like some stuff like Chris Brown level, but you don't hear about it because enough people like him
that they don't give a fuck about
like.
it.
And even if you look at Chris Brown or somebody like him, he's still selling out stadiums. Like, bro, it's still like there. It's just you're not getting that support from the mainstream. But for me, I feel like to answer your question, like I think it depends on the situation for real. Like with R. Kelly, that's not redeemable to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But it depends on what you think is like redeemable. But I think you can.
You think you can
separate the two? Separate it enough, and also it depends on how good your music is. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah. How y'all feel?
I feel like personally, it definitely does separate you from being an artist in a way, to your music. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody deal with life situations. Everybody go through, what they go through, and nobody gonna really know the true in depth, like real meaning what happened behind everything. So we looking at it from, our social media, TV, whatever, that's being broadcasted. And at the end of the day, you can't really in certain ways, I guess you could. So like, I kind of agree with what bro was saying too. Like in a way you could, put it in that same instant, but it's confusing to make it to a point where it's like, all right, just because he did this, that takes away that he made great music. Like I still think you shouldn't take away the music from the artist.
Facts.
Like R. Kelly, bro, for example, he did a lot of stuff wrong. I'm not in his business, none of that. But at the end of the day, he made songs that went pretty great. You know what I'm saying? And people can't take that away from him no matter what, whether he is where he is or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, respect. At the end of the day, I mean, I would just say, you gotta separate it in a way. Yeah, you kind of gotta balance it, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. You got any thoughts, Omar, on it?
People are people. Music is music. Me personally, well, I don't want to say nothing too crazy, but I think you can separate the artist from the music because, like, a lot of the times, a lot of these niggas don't even be singing or rapping about their real life anyway, and then like like they put on a facade anyway. So then if it comes out that they did something in their personal life, it's like, well, damn. I mean, you got to pay for what you did, and I don't stand for that personally. But like, nigga, if you got a hit, if my ear want to hear what you made, nigga, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I agree with that, bro. That's fact. That's kind of how I am too. And if people mistake it as like, if you still support that nigga, you support what he did. You feel me? Like, or if you still not support the nigga, but if you listen to his music, you support what he did, which I don't necessarily agree with that. I still bump Gunna even more after he snitched. I fuck with that nigga.
Like, I'm not gonna lie with Gunna, not to cut you off, but like, I became more of a Gunna fan.
Exactly.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, dude, that whole new joint he dropped. And I ain't gonna lie. What's that new joint he dropped?
Which one?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't like that song.
You don't like that? I fuck with that shit, nigga.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, but the album, like his last album that he dropped,
that nigga hard, bro.
But like in that situation, like, bro, that's yeah, I'm gonna support him. I'm not no street nigga. Like, I don't live by that politics. I don't live by that. Like, bro, if you live that life and you feel that way, like, yo, Gunna snitched. And like even Gunna said, like, and I mean now I guess it's beef because Thug ain't really rocking with him.
Yeah.
Like that, but like
so weird shit like that.
Yeah, but like even like when he came out of jail, bro, I was like, no paperwork has changed. No, I'm still signed to YSL. Like I'm still with him. So it's like
these niggas just be talking, bro. These same niggas who, even the niggas who proclaim to be street niggas, because I know a lot of niggas that proclaim to be street niggas that's like, oh, I can't fuck with Gunna because he snitched on Thug. Like I can't fuck. Like you sound crazy, bro. Like
I really hate a wannabe street nigga. Bro.
Yes, bro. It's so many of them niggas.
It's so many, and you can tell, bro.
You can tell, bro.
You can tell the ones that's about it and the ones that's not. And I just wish y'all niggas that ain't about that just
yeah, bro, exactly.
Bro, that shit gets on my nerves.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, that's a whole nother subject within itself, man. That's a whole nother conversation, man. But how much longer? What time is it? How much longer y'all got? Y'all got somewhere to be? Slide? Y'all wanna? Y'all good? I
was gonna say I do got some work to do. I ain't gonna.
Let me get
one question. I got one question.
All right, bet.
What does y'all's creative process look like from the moment y'all are getting ready to make a song to the moment it comes out?
Be getting ready to make a song till this time it come out?
Yeah. Like, are y'all like, y'all sit down and write a concept of a song y'all want to make, or do y'all just either search for beats and then do what you can on the beat, or do you write every line, or do you just punch in, like stuff like that?
I go off the mood, however I feel. Exactly. Right then I go off, and I'm the type of nigga, like I find the beat first, because in my head I already know like what I want the song to sound like based off what I'm talking about. So I go and I'll find a beat, or I'll hit somebody for a beat, and you know, from that point it's about actually writing. And I do actually write. I kind of been getting into my punch-in bag a little bit more lately, but majority, it's writing on my phone, like just, you know what I'm saying, writing trial and error. Then after that, you know, it goes, and I typically have that's what I'm trying to work on too. I be having songs for months, nigga. I be having songs for like 2 and 3 and 4 months. I listen to that shit, and by the time it come out, I think it's ass. You know what I'm saying? Because like I done heard it, especially, you know, when you mix your own shit. Like I know you do. You feel me? When you mix it, you hear it a million times. You had to write that shit, record it, then put it out.
And then listen to it again.
Exactly.
Exactly,
nigga.
Hear this.
Played your own song.
Exactly, bro. Play that shit out.
You didn't really get the enjoy it.
I was paying for the streaming of the song I was doing before it dropped.
Exactly, bro. For real.
But just to add on to that also, and I don't want to try to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But this is like the way that I do my concept as far as how I make my music. Yeah, I do try to find. I agree with Mike too. You know, try to, you know, build, you know, find that beat that because based off of what I'm thinking on how I want to come across it, I already have that. Imagine by the time I find my beat, I can be like, all right, this is how I'm flowing the woody whoop. And just in general, you know, having get the beat and, you know, record and get everything situated as far as like replaying it 100 times to make sure you got that perfect sound. Like you not stopping until you like, all right, you in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it just for me, I mean, it don't usually take me as long. I want to say like it's super fast, but it don't usually take me as long to make a song. It's more of just like playing it back and having to rehear it a couple times.
Then you finally.
I might have thought that it came off a certain way, but you know what I'm saying, it was something completely different.
For real.
So I mean, I just noticing the difference on that, honestly. But you know.
For sure. What y'all think? What about y'all?
I was gonna say, I feel like y'all too, like y'all had that parallel. And I know you said like you write as well, but like for me, with rap, like rap specific stuff, like the Blues Brother remix, like I literally sat down and wrote that. He liked that. I ain't gonna lie. And like people at school, like my homies, like tell me like, well, they like that verse, and that's a verse that I wrote down. I was like, when you sent me that, I was like, you know what? Like, let me actually sit down and like write something.
Yeah.
But like my R&B stuff, like the more singing stuff, like I'll be punching in, and he know that. Like that's why I give so much respect to artists that like, especially the singing stuff, but not just the singing stuff, but the rap stuff too.
Punching in with that shit.
Like punching.
That shit low key harder. Yeah.
With the rap, for me, with the R&B, and it's really not even like punching in. It's like I heard Bryson Tiller, he do this too, so it kind of made me feel better. And like Tory, he do it too, but like take the best take. So if you sing like a part of the hook the same time over and over and over, and then chop up the best take that you got and then put it in there. That's usually how I record my singing vocals. But like rap, I think like I definitely, in a lot of my songs that I've been putting out recently, like more singing. And that's why like March, I'm dropping a rap album, like a rap EP, because I know folks is trying to like, they want to hear that from me. So like just doing that. But yeah,
definitely
like,
want to hear the rap shit, nigga.
Like for real, and
everybody hard with that rap shit. I fuck with the R&B. Every
but-
R&B song this nigga got, I'm telling you, bro. These niggas gotta be lying, bro. I can name every song in this catalog, bro. Like,
yeah,
for real. Like I know, like bro, I love the R&B, but when this thing get the rapping for real, like when he really get the rapping, what's that shit that? Damn, I gotta cut, bro. I wish I had my phone, bro. I'd play that shit. What's the? Damn, bro, I can't remember.
That freestyle, I know the freestyle.
The freestyle that I mentioned earlier, but it's also one that you did. I think it. You say it's ass, but he did a remix to the Sacrifices shit by J. Cole. This was a long time ago, but this nigga, like, that shit was hard, bro.
And I'll even say then, like, back to what we were saying earlier, like, the potential, like, again, you can't listen to what other people say because the potential was there. But, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's just a criticism that I've had to chill with my cadence. Like, sometimes I would try to sound too, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I would be like too like trying to sound like I can rap. Or like I know like I'm a hip hop savant. Like I know about like, you know, like putting words together and double entendres and stuff. And like a song, like I got a song called Laying Low. This is called What's Up, My Nigga.
What's up, my nigga? What's up, my nigga?
But that song, like, I ain't gonna lie, that song for me, it's like that's a song where I wasn't even focused on like writing nothing. It's just like Bob. You know what I mean? So I think for me, it depends, like y'all said, it depends on the mood, what mood I'm in. And like you said, I picked the beat first. Like I got YouTube, hella playlists, like just the beats, and I pick the beat first, and then I just go from there. And like when it comes to projects and stuff, like I want my EPs to have a theme. I like my albums to have a theme, and have my singles be like you said, like a single should just be its own thing. You know what I mean? So but that's definitely how my creative process behind it. So. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. That's creative. Did we hear from you, Omar? Did you say something?
No, I mean I was just asking a question for y'all.
Where?
I mean, me personally, like y'all said, it really just depends. But like some of the songs I've had like most success from, it's the ones where you're just scrolling on YouTube and you watch so many beats, so like you'll see one come up in the recommended. I'll play. I'm like, all right, hold on, this is. All right, and it's like it's like if the beat finds you in the right moment. Like as soon as you hear, you like, yeah, you got it right on this.
For sure.
And I hit that notes app, see where it go, record it, try to record it. Cause usually I'll find a beat like 1, 2 a.m. Right, try to have everything recorded by like the next night, mix it, have it up, and that it's not a long process, but. It definitely depends on what song and what vibe you're going for.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I fuck with that. I fuck with that process. Like everybody's process. I like hearing that, and I like that question because everybody writes shit differently. Everybody ear is trained to hear music differently. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely fuck with that. And like I already kind of said this. I don't know if the camera got it though. I fuck with your music, and I fuck with your music as well, bro. I want y'all to keep going. He already know I fuck with his shit. I said it like 10 times in this interview, but I fuck with y'all shit too as well, bro. Keep going with this shit. Don't let nobody tell y'all what y'all can't do. Don't listen to no friends. I done had niggas, our homies back when we was in high school. You play nigga shit, they laugh in your face.
That was so crazy.
Niggas though. Niggas, they laugh in your face or they joke. Or like it was one nigga, I'm not gonna say his name, but it was one nigga in our group, and he fucked with Solomon shit over mine, which his shit was better at the time, especially not even at the time. Like, his shit's still hard. I ain't gonna say it like that, but like his shit was definitely harder at that time, especially. So it's just like, but the nigga was fucking with Solomon shit. Every time Solomon plays with shit, this nigga was like, yeah, this shit is so hard, like fucking with it. I dropped the album. This nigga went on a PlayStation party and was laughing with them niggas, laughing with like at my shit, like with them niggas, like laughing at my shit. And I'm like, bro,
are you serious? Like,
yes,
like,
bro.
I'm saying,
you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
what you're talking about. I'm saying, like, are you serious?
Yes, bro. That nigga did shit like that. So it's like, don't let niggas do that, bro. When you first start off, bro, like, you just trying to find your sound. Your shit is miles ahead of where we started at. Bro, he don't really take music too serious right now, but his shit's still getting there. I fuck with his shit too. Like,
bro, the moment's gonna find you where you realize you're like, hey man, I gotta lock in and take it serious, bro. Like,
yeah.
I mean, shit, my shit is like that. It's just the point of getting everything out.
Like putting it out wise. He got songs though.
Sitting, bro. Like, I'm ready, but you know what I'm saying?
Like you said,
process of getting it prepared and videos and shoot. You know,
that's
kind of like I said.
Yeah, for sure.
For everybody to take time. But yeah, I feel like personally, instead of trying to force the song to be the best it could be. I mean, of course you would want it to be the best, and you would want everybody to fuck with it the best. But it always come. You'll get more out of it. You'll see more out of it when you just let it flow naturally.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You gotta let it flow naturally. That's all I got.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely do, man.
I appreciate it though too, bro.
Yeah, anytime, man. Anytime. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about before we, you know what I'm saying? I got till 6. What time is it? 5:40. Anybody else got anything or?
I was going to say basically what you said, like, and like you said, the situation, like, I remember that. And I was like, yeah, like, but like, fast forward a few years later, I'm not even sure, like, I'm sure you've had other people do that to you. Like, it's me as well. Like, I had people like literally like laugh in my face.
Yeah.
Like, and people don't realize how much that does. Like, I'm sure there's people that were in my position back then that started making music and people laughed in their face and they didn't keep going.
Exactly.
Like people like do that, but a lot of, like I said, a lot of those same people, they gonna double back.
Yeah, they gonna double back, bro.
They gonna double back, and they're just gonna be like, bro, I literally like, and for me, and sometimes it's a bad thing and sometimes it's a good thing. I kind of don't forget stuff. Like I will always remember, like, but I'm also the type of person I'm willing to let it go. Like, bro, I understand, like,
you never forget.
yeah, for real, like, because even like back then, like we at the same time, like, we started in high school. We started very young, like, bro. We started making music. We also got
16,
yeah,
17.
like, for real, like, just getting it out of the mud, like, literally off of like resources that were given to our parents or like stuff that was already, like, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So like, people saying slick stuff back then is cool, but like, you know, don't let the people in your situation right now dictate your future, because they might not be in that situation
For sure.
3-4 years from now, where it's like, all right, I'm up.
You up now they fuck with you.
Right.
That's, you know what I'm saying, that's what it is. And one last point to add, I think it depends on who it's coming from as well, because some people be able to take criticism from people, because that's something I know a lot of niggas struggle with, is taking criticism when somebody's trying to tell you something. And I think it's just being able to decipher bullshit from like an actual opinion.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, everybody's entitled. Like, I sent my dad some shit last week. That nigga was like, that shit ass. Go to the drawing board. And nigga told me that. Like, but you know, like, I always told you, like, that's how they've always been. Like, my uncles, my dad, they've always been brutally honest. Yeah, and his family too. They're brutally honest. Like, that's just their way of like just giving their opinion. They're just being brutally honest. I think it's also, if you know that person, because, you know, they also, you know, sing your praises when you do good though. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a way to decipher it too, from someone who's just fucking talking shit and somebody who's trying to help you get better. Because it's like, when you drop some shit that's hard, like, oh my God, that's the hardest shit I ever heard. But if they don't like it, they might say, that shit ass. Go back to the drawing board, nigga. I don't fuck with that.
You gotta be able to take that positive criticism, bro.
Yeah, you do.
You
At
learn
the end of
from
the day,
it,
bro.
You know, over time, you'll be able to come out, you know, how you want to.
For sure, bro.
I agree.
For sure. But I definitely appreciate y'all pulling up, man. It's been a hell of a segment. I don't even know if half of that shit got recorded. Like, bro, I know we got this last 20-minute stretch, but like the whole Kendrick and Drake shit, I don't know if we got that. If not, I'm gonna try to edit it to make it look right. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody, you know, I'm gonna put everybody's social somewhere here, somewhere in the video. You know, but I definitely may keep bringing y'all this type of content as the time goes on, man. Make sure y'all like, sub to the channel, man. Y'all follow everybody here. Like I said, I'm gonna link everybody's socials in the description as well, man. But yeah, man, we concluded the first episode. Clap it up, everybody. Yeah.